What a song to like just jump into things with. That was good. So let me show you what I did last night. It was honestly not a bunch. So we got bullets, right? They come after us. Our ship is now extremely tiny. I don't really like that. I'm probably gonna increase the scale of the mothership so where the ship can be much larger and move a little bit better. But obviously we got mothership. I don't know if I did health bar on stream or off stream, but we got health bars actually working now. And we got some assets for basic and advanced enemies, which currently don't do anything. And for some reason you guys are looking at the debug menu that hasn't changed. Yeah, why is that? It doesn't exist as like an option for me to select in OBS. That's kinda... And now we got like screenception. Okay, let's just hide this for a minute. Close this, press F5 again. We got the game up. Let's try to select the game. There we go. There we go. So our ship's like super tiny. I need to make it larger, I need to make the mothership larger. You can see on the top right, we got the health bar actually working. We need to give the mothership probably even more health than it currently has, but that's whatever. We gotta figure out how we're gonna scale down the health when certain systems get destroyed and stuff. But then this is just kind of like an individual level where we'll destroy like a subsystem. And then here we got 2 assets for enemies. They don't do anything yet. So I think that'd be a great place to start. I think it'd also be great to basically make more generalized bullet class. Right now we got like 2 bullets, one for enemies, one for I was Remo, but I tried typing on my phone for like 3 minutes, but then I realized I was on Discord Mobile YouTube, where you can't just message, just watch. Oh, wait. That's actually kind of a weird way to watch live streams. I'm not gonna lie, Neros. It's like a super weird way to watch live streams. Alright, so we need to make a more generalized bullet class, essentially. That's what I want to do next. So we basically need to be able to give bullets parameters. We need which layers they do collisions on, how much damage they deal, and some stuff like that. You click play on the link. Oh, I see, okay. And you just accidentally tapped the wrong spot. More generalized bullet class, and something else I want to do, make our bullets look entirely different. Right now, I don't really like the way that they look. I just got a really dumb idea. Because we want multiple different looking bullets, right? We want some to be like arrows or like spears. We want some to just be like straight spears and stuff like that. Let's make the enemy bullet just spheres for now, and then I'll figure out what to do here. Maybe we'll have like multiple types of player bullets, but enemy bullets will all be the same. Oh, come on. Alright, new image, 512, 512. How are we gonna make a enemy bullet? Let's pick a color. What's a good color? Orange, green, blue. Kinda wanna go with somewhat reddish, right? That looks good. Increase this up to like 200 pixels. Bam, enemy bullet. Doesn't do it smooth. If it was smooth, I'd be able to do it, but... There we go. Except it's cut off. That's the effect I'm looking for, though, for a bullet. I guess I didn't mention this yet, but I have a new inspiration for our game. We're going with, Bullet Hell Monday, if you ever heard of that, as a new inspiration point. It's a pretty incredible, like, mobile bullet hell game. I haven't played it recently. I don't know what all the developers added and stuff. But when I played it back in, like, 2015, the thing was incredible. And, it's definitely an inspiration for this. So anyways, enemy bullets are now spheres. Some transparency and stuff. Looks nice. File export. Enemy bullets. .png. Alright, so now we just have to go in here. Oh, that'd be funky. I want to see this, actually. Oh, maybe there's no rules between changing between the frames. Okay, and does it play? I guess why doesn't it just play by default? I also see another issue. It's kind of like glowy around the edges. You can see the boundaries a little bit. Oh, can we get rid of that? I guess I just got to go back into the drawing program and erase the edges a little bit. Size 60, that might work. Make it super obvious. Wow. Wow. It's an easier way to do this, I think. Now we just start race outside the sphere. Awesome. That looks kind of like a blob. Looks a lot less like a sphere. Oh well, I guess the idea crossed. This is something you don't want hitting you. Yeah, like that looks so much better. Roughly center. I guess we should make these hitboxes a little bit generous. We want to err on the side being generous as opposed to being punishing. And they look terrible. Whatever, they're temporary art assets. Alright, let's get the basic enemy figured out for their AI. We kind of just want them to follow a path and fire lasers. I think that's fair. You want them to fire straight or at the player? I think we should have them fire straight. Just straight down. Let me look at some Toho gameplay real quick. Okay, so their bullet speed is much faster, their movement speed is much faster. Okay, and the enemies just do absolutely ridiculous stuff with every single shot. And the basic enemies fire towards the player. So that's one thing, is we want all attack patterns to be based off the player, I think. They'll help with dodging and whatnot. All right. That makes me want to make just like one script for enemies and then have like different bullet patterns that they're able to fire. Basic enemy AI. Basic enemy AI. Harris area 2D, great. Okay. We need this firing logic essentially here, and we should probably make this a separate function. Is Godot ordered the language? / is also not a comment, so I don't know how to do. There's no Java doc. Mildly obnoxious. Fire bullet. And do we want to give it a position or do we want to just choose? We'll just copy paste all this logic out. And then discover why I despise programming languages that use tab as part of their formatting. It's not their formatting, their syntax. Like if tab wasn't part of the syntax, it'd be so easy to just copy paste, tell it to reformat. But because tab is part of it, it's like you gotta copy paste and then do a bunch of other stuff otherwise. So this, I guess, doesn't encapsulate this like cooldown logic and stuff. I mean, it's fine. Okay, so enemy bullet. We need their basic AI. We need fire bullet. I don't think we'll need to do anything with ready. Bullet equals bullet.class. So let's get a bullet class in here. What else do we need? I just need a bullet cooldown. Copy all this and look at the rest. Yep, they got a speed, which is not separate from vertical speed. It does not depend on the screen size because they're just following a path, ideally. You don't need a separate left and right offset. Starting location, probably not. General scale, sure, why not? Offset, get rid of that. Bullet cooldown, yep. Focus speed reduction, there's no focus system. So yeah, sorry, let me... How do we reference this scene from in the code again? I did that somewhere. I did it from the mothership. Yeah. Bam, we're not doing credits. We are going to do our game, objects. No, object scenes. And then enemy bullet. Expected indentation, oh, yeah. Okay, let's copy the player script for the delta and time. Really just this. And then we actually do want to do something on oh. We do want to do something on ready. Okay, so null is a keyword. Nice. So we got that automatically. Value type error. Oh, change scene to file. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. How do I get a specific scene then from new window, pull this over here. Godot getting scene programmatically. Getting nodes. I can get nodes. I get nodes by path. Create nodes. I can load scenes. Okay, that's easy. I'm just being dumb. That's all I needed to do. And actually this can be right up here. Awesome stuff. We do want a offset. Back to 0 in the X, probably like 1 or less in the Y direction. Cool, cool, cool. So, yeah. General scale should not affect the position, but it will affect the offset. Okay, anything else? Bullet. Time fired. Let's do something. We want them to wait a second before firing. So we're going to delay that. We're going to set the last fired to the current time plus some extra. Plus, let's say, like 3 seconds. Cool, cool, cool. So now, this is basic enemy AI. And it should just like fire bullets. Oh, it was working there. Is there a way I can programmatically change the like masks layers or whatever that stuff is on? RTD particles, embed masks, decals, recasting. Changing Godot area, collision, mask, programmically. Perfect, we got Reddit post. Says some question, can someone explain how I can change the collision and mask layers in code? For everyone searching to do this, in Godot 4 the names have been changed to set collision layer and set collision mask value. And here we got the nice docs. Why do I only have one? Figure they have multiple. Because like you're able to select multiple, right? So why'd there only be... Alright, so I guess they're booleans. Returns without specified layer is enabled. I can set the layers like that. Perfect. Alright, something else we're gonna do. We're gonna make this a static, and we're gonna make it a class too. And then we're gonna return. What was the syntax of this? Sorry, I did this somewhere. Where did I end up doing this? I did it right in the shots on the mothership, didn't I? Which is not actually in the mothership script, it's in the blaster script. Here we go. So I'm doing enemy bullet, create that. So an enemy bullet, we have this. We have a constructor with an arrow to the class. And we get scene to, okay. And I specifically define what the scene is as instantiating. Okay, that's easy. And this needs to be enemy, basic enemy. Why does it not like this? Selected colon after class declaration. Oh, class name. Okay. We make an instance and we can pass some parameters to it. In our case, we need a direction. We need a vector 2. Actually, no, this is the we're creating an enemy. So what? We probably needed like a path that they're able to follow down. What's the difference between a path and a path follow? Contains a curved 2D path for path follow 2D nodes to follow. Can have path 2D follow child nodes moving along the 2D curve. See follow 2D. The path is considered relative as moved to the nodes. As such, the curves usually start with a 0 vector. Path follow. So it takes its parent path 2D and returns the coordinates of a point within it given a distance from the first vertex. So we actually want a path follow. You can probably also create a path follow from a path. Ah, come on. How do I construct a path follow? Used for making other nodes follow a path without coding the movement pattern. For that, nodes must be the children of this node. So that nodes will move along them accordingly, studying the progress in this node. So there's like progress, there's some rotation stuff. So this is just a property put under a 2D path. That's super obnoxious. Okay, and then every second we want, what properties does path have? Position dot is equal to movement path dot. How do I access like a new step further? So there's like progress, there's progress ratio, those are both float spools. It returns the coordinates of a point within it given distance from the first vertex. So what, we have a path that's on a curve 2D. Okay, I need to look up an example. It's being super dumb. I'd make an AI person walk from point A and walk to point B in a loop. Move 2 might be all you need. So then I was talking about A star, which is like, we don't need A star. That's way too complicated. Making AI follow curve Godot. Okay, so this is a slightly more advanced version of my question. Never mind. That's not it. Oh, here we go. It's a kid's website, though. You want a character to follow a predefined path, such as guard patrolling or a car following along the road. There are many ways to approach this. We'll use the Path 2D node for a convenient option. You can add it. After adding, you'll see the buttons appear in the blue point. You can move along it. You can use Path Follow 2D to automatically move along the path. However, if using a kinematic body, this will cause problems with collisions because you're not using the body's movement methods. We don't need to worry about movement methods. We're good. Let's see how they do this. So they have the kinematics. We have a node path. When do they get a node path? Path node directly in the inspector. That's the sign. We can get the points to make up and ready. Get node, control path, curve, get baked points. I see. That's not what we want. Alright, fine. For now, we'll do this. Okay. Now we take the curve, we got this. We're gonna actually make this an array of nodes. Does that work? Nope. We don't actually know what data type this is gonna be, but we take our path and we do curve. Wait, you can set the bake interval? Get baked points. Wait, what? Can I ask us instance variable speed from the static function create enemy? Oh, because I'm accessing. Yeah, okay. Well, I have a solution to such an issue. That's what I thought. All right, and then the position is equal movement path what was this for a data type? It's a packed vector 2D array. So we can append, we can fill, we can has, push back, remove, resize, set size, sort. Okay, so dot size. No pop. Okay. Pop would be convenient because then we could slowly reduce the size and then we can actually do this in constant time as opposed to like trying to jump into the middle. So if our movement index is less than our movement size, we're going to increment our movement index. And actually, because I'm doing it this way, we're going to go negative. Actually, so we'll start at 0. And then we'll do our movement before. Otherwise, that'll cause issues. Okay, so how do I get Gareth resize? Operators. Here we go. This is the operator we want. That's a very C++. That's very, very C++. Alright, so now if we give them a curve, they should follow it. Unfortunately, I don't have a good way to test this yet. So I'm trying to think of what the best way to go about testing this is, and the only way I can think is by creating a script here. It's an enemy spawning test. We're gonna ask for a curve. And then we're gonna create a new basic enemy. Pass in the curve, we're gonna pass in our speed, which should be a float actually, that's my bad. And this will give us the enemy. Where's our... Yeah, that's how we need to do it. And then add child enemy. Okay, cool stuff. So let's go to our bullet hell. Let's create a path. Where is curve 2D? And it's not spell. Yeah. Wait, so how am I supposed to get a curve? Here, let's path has property curve. Contains a curve path. Okay. Okay. So we should actually be doing in that enemy spawning script. And this should actually be reversed. What is sample baked do? Because like part of me thinks that like I gotta actually do something in order to generate the baked points. Like do the computations or something separately. Alright, and then we actually have to go into here, give me the path. Actually give me this, and then assign the path. Look how quick he's moving, but yeah. We got the bullets, we gotta set the bullet mask layers too. Oops, I forgot about that. Where is the enemy bullet scene? Yeah, so what layers are the mothership on? The mothership's on layer 2, we're looking at 3. So that means our basic enemy should be on 2, looking at 3. Now the enemy bolts will look right. Alright, where's my bullets? Here's my bullets. Beautiful. And they hit the player, but they do not deal damage currently. Alright. So for some reason this was really fast. So what if we just like increase the speed? Sorry, I'm trying to think. Now, is the speed consistent all the way through? That's the next question. To me, it seems like it's not. Yeah, it's not. I wish his speed was, like, agnostic of the individual points on the path. So this tells me at least is that the speed does have an impact. I wish it was... It didn't care though. Like, how do I get just like consider the entire curve? And not like segments of the curve. Is this also something that needs to be fixed now, or can we fix it later? I feel like it's something that needs to be fixed now. Like, unfortunately, this just... we can't continue. I can't make a level without. Alright, so we can do some like nice things with this tool and whatnot. But the issue is that like our speeds depending on how long like these points are away from each other. And I don't like that because then like I have to make sure all these paths are like similar length. Otherwise our enemies just like move really fast all of a sudden. I mean, is that really the end of the world though? Because I mean that'll make it easier to make them exit fast if we want to exit really quick. Where's my spawner? Oh, it's in here. Oh, so that delay with no bolts. What? What's going on there now? I added a curve and now we got a trail of bullets instead of a line. So something's broke. How does enemy bullet work? Oh, is the speed being passed through? Wait, how are enemy bullets being generated? Okay. They're being directly, they don't have anything extra. Speed, screen side direction. So that's kind of interesting. That's a little bit of a quirk. It's also a quirk that we aren't taking any damage right now. So that's the difference between loading the main scene and loading this specific scene, but what change would that cause? I don't see how that would change anything with like bullets and stuff. Like bullets are bullets. So that's another quirk we might have to figure out eventually. At least we got the speed part figured out. So now, I guess, how do we want to construct the arena? How do we want to construct the bullet hell? Or have these curves somewhere that define how the kind of enemies move in and out. So the question is, do we make this whole frame of reference slowly move forward? And that's how we do it? Do we spawn all of them right away at the start that have their own paths that are just like super long delayed or whatever? It's most definitely not the right way to do it. So I can think of like some really dumb ways to do this, and I can think of some really good ways to do this. This is like actual we gotta consider. This is so important. So the first idea is that you just make a curve. We make a bazillion curves. Name like curve 1, which is like enemy 1. We put in like another that's like time. It's like enemy 1 spawns at time 1 and whatever. And we just do this like a bazillion times. That's a terrible idea. I should not do that. It'd be slightly better if we could have an array of objects that contain the curve and the time. I don't know if Godot's gonna let me do that though. Like, I don't know. Maybe I should try that. We also need enemies to despawn when they're too far away from the player. So I'm gonna make the player position to be global. We need bullets to despawn if they're off screen, just like period, end of story. Whether they're player fired or enemy fired. Okay, I think I got an idea of how to proceed. If this idea works. Alright. So we need our enemy spawning script. We need to export some kind of object. There, a class. Oh, then we need time. Node export is only available in Node. What does it say? In Node derived classes, but the current class inheritance is okay. Ref counted. Okay, so we can define classes. That's nice. And this actually we're gonna want to be not absolutely ridiculous. We need it to be in seconds, not in milliseconds. Export type can only be built-in, resource, a node, or an enum. Okay, I'm touching on some deeper stuff in Godot, and I'm kind of stumbling into it. Okay, I think we're getting close. Their class decoration. Alright, so this needs to be a different name. I mean, we already have it, so we're good. Okay, but now in the enemy spawning, go to collection after. So it can't be an enemy spawn node. That's interesting. So what happens when I select here? I can actually select a specific node. Okay, how do I do arrays in Godot? Probably should figure this out forever ago, but okay, that's okay. I mean that, yeah, but can I do like a packed? It's not packed, but like a typed array. They did like a primitive array, which is like okay, but expected end a statement after variable declaration. But I can't say it's an array containing that. Expected type for collection after that. So what if I do this? Expected end a statement after variable declared found. Okay, let me look up typed arrays. Godot. Yeah, type hints can't be used with arrays. The array container in Godot is a variant container. Yeah, particular need for single typed arrays there are the pool star arrays. You still have spatial objects to your array, but you can't specify that the array will only hold spatials. Ah, so that's fun. We're in JavaScript mode. Oh boy. So I can add an element. And I have to pick the type. I pick like a specific type. And like out of this list of types, there isn't even one for I do object. Oh my god. You guys see this? It doesn't look like you guys can see this. There's just like a ton of different options. Like, man, this is crazy. So you do an object. Well, let me do a node path. What's a node path? All right, this is perfect actually. So I can't have nodes in it. And I gotta do like an array of enemy spawns. So that's gonna be sick. Sorry, we need to figure this part out. So enemy spawn node has a time, a speed, and has a path because it's part of a curve. So when how did I get time? So if time spawn, right, time spawn also needs to be delta. So this is so we have our start time. These need to be exported. Goal is time.get ticks milliseconds. Okay, so if start time plus delta times spawn, we're gonna multiply both these by 1,000. Is whoops. Is less than or equal to this. Then we'll run our code to spawn our enemy. Then we actually need to destroy this node, which, what is it, Q_free? Yeah. And this will stop it from calling like a bazillion times for like forever. We're gonna have an issue if we have too many game objects right away at the start. Like we're gonna cause some lag. But this will stop them from sticking around for too long, hopefully. Alright, so for less than that, we need to create a new enemy. So we need to go enemy. A new basic enemy. The path is this, actually. I can't do this keyword, can I? I can do get node, right? Yeah. And the speed is our speed. What issues are we having? Why are you complaining? If your arguments for get node call. How do I reference this in Godot? Wow, I'm getting a ton of stuff about all the physics and stuff and the moving children and whatnot I can do on nodes, but I need to figure out how to reference this. Oh, I just do that. Does that work? Hopefully that works. Man, there's so much code to test. And it's like an error in like one little system, the whole thing dies. All right. So here we create a new enemy spawn path. It extends path. Enemy spawn node, right? To create an enemy spawn node, we need to set the curve in this. On our bullet hell. So the speed we'll set is 10. The delta time is, we'll say 3 seconds. Our curve we need to make, we're gonna add an element. Okay, so there's our curve. Cool, cool, cool. So then we go up to the master script here. We need to assign the enemy spawn node. Except that's in there. Now, something that we haven't done yet is gone through these. I don't think, right? This actually doesn't matter. Why did I think it mattered? I don't know why I thought this mattered. It doesn't matter. Because it does its own spawning and looking at the time. Can I... Sorry, where's resume? Oh, I have to rerun? I can't resume? Oh, never mind. I pressed the wrong button. At least my bullets are correctly hitting the enemies now. That's nice. Why didn't our little spawn thing work? We get rid of this actually. Let's delete you. Enemy spawning test. Files because our resource didn't work. Get rid of it. No, we don't need it. Okay, so here's our enemy spawn node. We got this. Let's set our time to 0. Oh, derp, I'm an idiot. That was like literally an eternity. Alright. Let's see it. Oh. A null instance? What? Godot referencing this node. Null instance. Yeah, so why is path being passed as null? Okay, so here's what we do. We type in self. I'm an idiot. If I remember right, that's how Python does it. Which, I mean, go figure. We got invalid index movement path on area 2D with value of packed. Packed vector. Wait, what is this saying? Invalid set index movement path on base area 2D with value of packed vector to array. This is an assault on my senses. Let me move this up so you guys can see. Invalid set index movement path on base area 2D with value packed vector 2 array. So I had an issue with this. Why can't I set the property? Didn't I do that in Blaster script? So the curve is an object. Object is an object. It's an area 2D type though. It isn't a basic enemy type. And yeah, make it public? I don't, because there it is. I literally do the exact same thing on this script. So class name extends. Class name extends. Instantiate, we're using the bullet scene. Type pack scene. Yeah, like, what's the issue? What if it's because this would be an easy fix if it isn't? It is. Yeah, the created thing doesn't have a script. Object basic scenes basic enemy parse error reference to non-existent resource at basic enemy AI. Basic enemy AI exists. So basic enemy is referencing a non-existent resource at scripts. Wait, what? Press what button? I got this like random non-existent script. Load. Scripts. Basic enemy AI. How's it going, Celix? Hope you have a wonderful day. I am trying to hammer down a weird issue that, like, I really shouldn't be having, if I'm being honest. Yeah. So here it says invalid set index movement path on area 2D. So what's going on is we're creating this object, the scene. Let me get rid of the debugging so that way you guys can see. Oh, heck no, not even close. So we're creating a new basic enemy object, right? We're doing some manipulation with the curve, but then I try to set movement path, and it doesn't let me. It's like there's no movement path in area 2D. And I'm like, yeah, there is no area on movement path 2D, but like, I'm trying to make a basic enemy. I'm not trying to make a basic area 2D. Wait a minute, let's, maybe that's why. Maybe this needs to be named as the basic enemy. Yeah, let's rename this. Have we ever made a game before? Or is this all new? I mean, it's for the most part new. I haven't worked with Godot before. That's kind of the big thing. And it's mostly trying to fight the intricacies of Godot as opposed to like actually sitting down and writing a game, which is... Well, I made my own game engine a while ago, but it's just really obnoxious. Like, create basic enemy. It spits out a basic enemy, it creates a new one, there's a script. Like, oh my god. Besides motivation, start working on Dark Star? Nah. I'm not working on Dark Star until I'm finished. It's like, what's so dumb is that this works, right? And this doesn't. I could, but it would take a lot of time. No. How does it know the type? Alright, 2 weeks is a lot, let's be honest. Now movement path is null. Okay, so this is a different issue than what it's presenting itself at. For some reason, curve.getBaked points is not returning the right thing. Let's go back to our bullet hell. Make sure that we have our enemy spawn node. Oh, what? Class basic enemy hides a global script class. Yes, it's got a curve, it's got 5 points in it. Not a problem. When the enemy node descends, it sends itself, which has the curve on it. It's technically a path 2D. It's going all the returns once a month then. I don't think you understand how much work it takes to make stuff, Celix. Like, I'm literally just one guy. There we go, update then. One boss a year. How's that sound? Wait, what? I didn't even send this message. Godot's dumb. Godot's dumb. So how in the world are we getting to... Oh, derp. I'm an idiot. So what's going on right now is that there's a basic enemy that exists that doesn't have a movement or whatever. So... Okay. I don't know. I had the same issue again. It was literally the exact same thing. Var movement path on a basic enemy. Enemy bullet. Var direction. This dot direction equals that. What's the problem? Here's the enemy bullet. Yeah, this is on the parent of the enemy bullet thing. Yeah, here we go. There's the script. What's this game? It's called Voxel right now. I don't know if I'll stick with the name. This is certifiably dumb. Invalid set index. Movement path. But like movement path is right there. And then you can be like, oh well, it's just that you gotta do some fancy stuff to get this to work in Godot. And it's like I did it right here. I create a static constructor function that outputs an enemy bullet. Here's a property that I'm setting inside this constructor that I have. And it's literally the exact same thing. Basic enemy, movement path. Here's the scene I'm using to create it, basic enemy. And we go to the basic enemy scene, we look at our hierarchy, the script on the top level. I'm raging. This is dumb. This is certifiably dumb. Invalid set index. What it's saying is that there is no such thing. Honestly, I should be complaining about this. Yeah, I should be complaining about this. So I create an instance of the scene. That's up here. Shouldn't matter what the constructor's called, though. Same issue. The issue is that this isn't area 2D. This is basic enemy. And, like, you go over to basic enemy. Like, 90% sure I had to open up there. Yeah, I do. At the top level, the script is attached, so it should have these properties, right? I mean, you can see it here, it's got these properties. So I need to export it? That seems really dumb, because I don't an enemy bullet. I don't export it here. Direction. Unless maybe direction's a built-in property in area 2Ds and Godot? Because position is definitely built in. I don't even define it. Oh man. And it's just create the scene and set all the parameters. Yeah, that's what I do. This runs the risk of reinitialize something with errors or unexpected. A better approach is named constructor. The duplication of the pattern instantiate, set return. And that's been also originally posted by Google, some others will. In Godot 4, we now have static methods which can be used to solve this problem. So they use class name, they have their scene, which is the pack scene, we got that. We have their properties. They have a static function which creates a new one and it spits out an enemy. And they just set the parameters in here. Like, no problem whatsoever. Class name, enemy. I mean, I can try specifying the type as enemy, but like here the script name doesn't even match with the object name. So let's specify that this is a type basic enemy. And now we're gonna get an error. It's gonna be like, oh, that's not the right typing or whatever. Yeah, it's not the right type. Now assign variable type area 2D to basic enemy. So why is scene.instantiate creating a area 2D instead of a basic enemy? Well, let's go to the basic enemy scene. Okay, so here's the tree. How do I replace this? Oh, sure. Yeah, my actions were a little too destructive. With this, I just changed the type to be a basic enemy. Change type. Basic enemy. Man. Cyclic resource inclusion. Okay. Another resource is loaded from path. Object seen. Oh, I see. Maybe. Okay. Let's get rid of some of these weird errors and stuff that we're getting. Generally, it's a good idea if you're having issues to just get rid of the errors. I gotta calm down a little bit. Yeah, there's this here too, which non-existent resource, basic enemy. Even though like we go into our scripts, it's literally right here. All right, so we have our basic enemy script. It doesn't tell me where it is. Line 13. Enemy TSN 13. Yeah, I'd have to like look at the actual source code, break it open. Variable function variable speed is shadowing an already declared variable at line 4. Yeah, so we have speed, and we'll just put like underscore param. That'll be easy. So solves this issue. Delta's never used. Set path. Another resource is loaded from path. Possible cyclic inclusion. Where at? And it's somewhere in basic CS. Yeah, that's right. Parameter delta is never used. That's right. We don't need delta in this ever. And these are from destroying stuff in a funny way. So maybe we have a cyclic inclusion issue, but this one doesn't have that issue. So this is an area 2D still. But basic enemy, we've updated to be a basic enemy type. So we move it back to an area 2D. Yeah, I should get rid of the cyclic inclusion error. Oh, whoops. Another resource is loaded. The enemy bullet doesn't exist. Apparently, but it does? It's working. I have no idea what I did. I have no idea. What'd I do? It just works now? Okay, let's make bullets deal damage. Let's make them go after the player. How does the player currently get damaged? So every time something enters the player's area that sees that it collides with. What does the player see that it collides with? Stuff on layer 4. Is enemy bullet on layer 4? The enemy bullet is on layer 4, so why is it not? Maybe the priority or something. It's such a terrible description. Like, it can be used to prevent things from... It's like, yeah. Maybe it is reducing player health? Maybe it is reducing player health. And the health part just isn't updating. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So most definitely is not subtracting from the player's health. Which means the player is not detecting a collision for some reason. So like here, if we get hit, right. Oh. When I get hit here, yeah, I don't see collision in chat. And if I get hit here, I see collision. So that means there's something fundamentally different about the bullets that the mothership is spawning and that the enemies are spawning. And also, for some reason, this thing's health is like paper thin. I guess maybe I got it set property-wise somewhere that's much lower. Shape entered, enemy bullet. As player logic. And they're obviously hitting something, because otherwise they wouldn't disappear. Well, if they're at like just the right speed, where the player collision isn't happening. Or is that just the right speed? Ramming into them would do it too. Playing some Pac-Man. What is it? What was the thing I was looking at forever ago? Strew. Guys, make sure these still work. Yep. Oh. Never mind. Ah. Close object scan. So scanning 4 and the bullet is on 4. Even when I set the mask of 1 off, it's still... Now the bullet shouldn't despawn, right? Yeah, because they're not detecting collisions. So is the player and the bullet hell just like fundamentally different? On layer 1, looking at layer 4. Oh man, why that stuff doesn't work? Just break. Okay, we're gonna do this differently. Okay. Player still isn't detecting him. Yeah, it's like everything really should be working. And now I'm using the same constructor system I'm using for the other. Yeah, it's like, what's so weird is that for some reason this works. But this doesn't. Because this is the same across both of them, right? Yeah, bullet hit, bullet. I wasted tired. We could probably have the bullets subtract health from the player. That's kind of a weird way to do it, in my opinion. But we can do it if we need to. Just so weird. Alright, so let's go to enemy bullet. On layer 4. And the player is scanning layer 4. Remove the player from layer 1. How did that... How did that work? Okay. Can I see the nodes that have been spawned? So, for some reason, setting this let the players still see that they had gotten collided. But... okay, never mind, because that's false. Duh. What happens if I get to the other area? Will it still work? Will the players say they've been hit? The player doesn't say they're being hit. But the player isn't detecting it for some dumb reason. Even though it's like literally the same. It's like programmatically the same between the two. Like they're literally exactly the same. Could the priority 9 be doing it? No. Yeah, just for some reason, collision is different in the bullet hell than it is in the... yeah, so that look all the scene. This isn't local to scene. What has to do with these two debugger errors? Where are they? Oh. It's gonna be really dumb if this fixes it. So I have to connect a new signal. Who made this game engine? Wow. You guys can't even see it. Why can't you guys even see it either? That's. Oh, I'm getting worn out of this, man. I'm gonna. Like, at this point, I'd just be better off editing something. I know it doesn't exist. I can't pick it. Oh, that works. Sorry, this is what got me in a. But just the fact that I have to do the signal for like every single scene. I know I don't. It's like, why? You know what I mean? And then now here I probably have to undo the signal, right? It'll also take damage twice. Let's see. Now I take no damage at all? What? I never I do. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm not getting hit twice. Okay, I got hit once. Although I probably should get rid of that signal. Apparently I can't disconnect it anymore. Oh well, that's awesome. We got health figured out. Okay. So now I guess we start working on the background and whatnot. We want to make like an actual bullet hell with enemies. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to make the player position global. And now we need to open up global. I'm initializing a dummy value because it'll just make life easy in case like something dumb's going on. Alright, so now our basic enemy needs to fire at the direction of the player between the position that it is currently. So here's the fire bullet, here's the direction section. I figured out the sine and cosine is actually off by like 90 degrees. But we take this position. Of our player position. Here's the Y's. We're gonna have lots of fun bugs with this. Hopefully it's like firing like in the exact opposite direction or something. Yeah, so we're having some dumb issues. I want to do some math. So here's our enemy. Here is our player. We can get the change in direction. Like so, but we also need quadrants. That's... Yeah, so I'm looking for is this here, this angle in radians. Am I looking for that? No, I'm not. I'm looking for how wide this is. I'm looking for this here. So actually, this is far easier than I'm making it out to be. Okay, shoot me. Look at that, it's the opposite direction. Yeah, I was gonna make a comment that like you should make a bullet hell game where like the enemies can't hit you, like literally you can't. And then like the whole game is trying to get hit. That'd be kind of funny. Okay, so all I gotta do is flip these. I suppose I could multiply by -1. I did multiply by -1 because I did it ahead of time. And that'll save me like some actual serious computational resources most of the time. Alright, so now we got another problem. The player position is desynced from the actual player model. I don't think that's actually all that difficult of a problem to solve, though. Is it desynced? If it was desynced, the enemy would be consistently firing differently. Is... It'd be consistently off. So let's check. Let's just make sure that this is right. So now we're centered. Okay. Yep. And that's still lined up with the physics, so we haven't changed that. So now we've lined up that to make sure we're good. Let's line up these to make sure that we're good. Okay. Let's make sure that basic enemy is lined up. Basic enemy is lined up. So is there just some computational issue? It could be because the player isn't centered here. I highly doubt that though, because then our transform changes so much. So at least firing in the right quadrant. Something funny happening if I'm over here. No, this shit's over. So why is it so far off? Oh, because we're factoring in screen size. We shouldn't be factoring in screen size for this. We are going to increase our bullet speed though. Yeah, seeming pretty spot on though. Is that too fast? It's actually feeling pretty good to me. I think player bullets should probably be a bit faster. And player bullets might also have the issue where they're it's kind of my movement speed too, by the screen size. And that's awesome. Now the next best thing is if I was able to add a attack pattern to the NPCs as they're spawning, to the enemies. This will also make them actually blow up. And this should be hide and free Q, or Q free. Okay, so now enemies will get destroyed. Look at that. And he doesn't shoot. Let's up their movement speed. Just get kind of like ballparks of like how fast we want these guys to move. Which is in here actually, it looks like. See, how fast is 100? Hardly a difference. For some reason, I think speed isn't factoring into how fast they're moving at all. I think 0.5 is going to be a good default. Let's fix this player movement. We move much faster front to back. Actually, are we about right? Front to back? It looks like we are. I'm going to stop normalizing because it slows your direction so much. Sorry, it slows your speed so much. It's because I'm doing them in like separately and normalizing them. That's this is not the way you're supposed to do it. It doesn't matter if we're able to move faster in diagonals, I don't think. Might make the game a little overpowered in some regards, but it's fine. Cool. We're gonna leave everything sitting together, and we're gonna move the background forward. So let's make like a really long tape for our background. We kind of need 2048, don't we? Because 1920 is... It's a lot of RAM. We'll probably make it out of smaller layered sections eventually. For now, I just need like a stripe pattern. Oh, we can just do a gradient. Oh, I did an eraser gradient. I can do anything. And then, yeah. Oh, come on, let me move down. Yeah, this thing's being really obnoxious. Oh well, that'll work for now. Sorry, I saw a fly just go by. It's like, oh my god. My my apartment's got a lot of spiders. I actually caught another spider earlier today. And like I figured, you know, I had all the spiders taken care of. But nope. He's chilling in the glass over there. I actually don't know exactly how to do the background. Or then just do like a sprite. We'll do a canvas. Yeah, the canvas, a parallax background eventually. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Okay. And then how do I set the Z position? Yeah, because then how did... Ordering because of the canvas item. Why is it? Alright, now it's in the right spot, but it's obviously way too bright. So in the main one, this just popped in and worked. Our Z index is -100. Our gameplay background is at 0. We go here. I guess we don't have a gameplay camera, do we? Or camera 2D, it looks like. For 0, Z is relative. Negative 100. Why does it look good here? And then trash here. Negative 2000 did nothing. Positive 2000 did nothing. Alright, there we go. I had to change canvas layer. I'm an idiot. Alright, now we add a basic background scroll. Export var scroll speed. Yeah, that'll work. Wait, does canvas layer not have a position? So we got transform, finite, origin, rotated, scaled. We got the Y. Oh my god, I missed. Valid operand ends vector 2 and float and operation plus. So you tell me that this is vector 2? Yeah, on the left has to be vector 2. It's upside down though. Why is it upside down? Is it upside down? It should be changing color pretty soon here. Why doesn't it change? Did I just make this thing this big? Should be like long gone by now. I think it's scrolling in a funny way. Yeah, that's weird. Or it's not changing at all. It's more likely. We'd be offset probably, as opposed to transform. If I'm pressing F5, I need to press an F6. Alright, I think it's just like already zipped by us. So there's the scroll. Now we have a background! Woo! Ghost doesn't look very good. Oh, yeah, and these guys can actually kill you. That's always nice. So I should make those guys disappear at the end of their paths. Let me write some stuff down. The player position is now global. Bullets need to despawn off screen, same with player bullets. Yep, true. Enemies despawn and a path. What else do we need to do? We need to add way to create enemy bullet patterns. In spawn node. Okay. So let's get enemies despawn at the end of their path. It'll be pretty easy to do. Basically, we just make an else here. We're gonna do a hide, free queue, or queue free. And then return. Because we don't want them firing if they're about to despawn. So now if we just let the guy run and do his thing, we won't shoot him. They run his little path. They'll shoot us a few times, which is hard to see on our temporary background. And then he should despawn, right? About now. Alright, he's despawned because he stopped hitting us. Awesome. Alright. Now we need bullets to despawn after they've left the game area. How did they do this? This was in one of the Godot guides. I think they use something like this. How about the notifier? So everything on 2D inherits this? Visible on-screen notifier represents a rectangular region of 2D space. When any part of this region becomes visible on screen on a viewport, it will emit a screen entered. And likewise, it will emit a screen exit signal when no part of it remains visible. We want this node to be enabled automatically when a region is visible on screen. Use visible on screen enabler 2D. Okay. So I believe what we need to do here is make a visible on screen enabler for the camera. Create a rectangle slightly larger than our screen, and then we need to put this thing on our bullets, and then when a signal is sent, then we need to destroy the bullets. Go to our gameplay camera. Wide visible on screen. We need the enabler. Okay, so this is our box. Okay. And we want enemies when they leave this area to stop firing too. Let's actually make this very close to the edges of the screen. To kind of like minimize the annoyance of getting hit by an off-screen enemy. Cool, so now we got that, and then we need to go to our, let's do our bullet first. Okay, make this slightly larger than the bullet. And then let's create a new notifier. Screen exited. I just have it. Let's create one. Wait. Alright, I see why. Okay. Yeah, that's what was going on. I was being dumb. Oh, enemy bullet. Duh. Exit screen though. That's good. Bullet culling is working. Awesome. At least I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm 99% sure we're getting spammed with exited screen and bullets are firing off the screen, so. Let me, there we go. Make sure this guy's does too. Can't really tell. I got 61, 63, 65, 69, 71, 73, 75, 77. Cool, cool, cool. Now we do this for player bullets. Sorry, I don't know how much I want to do on player bullets yet. I mean, it was an easy enough thing to add, so let's add it real quick. Or we don't need the enabler, we need the notifier. That's right, it should be slightly larger. We should use one for the basic enemy too, but we're gonna use it for something slightly different. We're gonna use this to determine where the enemy can shoot or not. And we're gonna get rid of the bullet. So on area, we're going to create a new signal. When screen exited, connect the area 2D, bam. Do both of these. Enemy bullets. Okay, I already got rid of all that. So then basic enemy is going to be the weird one. So we need a screen entered. And we need a screen exited. And then let's create a var enabled equals true. It's gonna be type bool. And then we'll do it here. There's probably a better spot to do this. I guess there, yeah, we should do it here. Python! Oh my god. It looks terrible. So entered. Exited. And so that will determine whether they're able to shoot us or not. Easy peasy. I guess it means we're ready to make our hell. Maybe we'll make our level. Alright, so I want some enemy variety though. I guess I kind of play into the attack patterns too. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's right. Iowa did that. It's August. I got until November until I have to worry about it. Alright, so let me make some reminders to myself. And then, yeah. I'm behind on quite a bit of things, it looks like, actually. I think about it. Okay, so this is happening in player script. We don't need to worry about that anymore. Alright, let's double check. Bullets are respawning off screen, both the player bullets and the enemy bullets are. Enemies are despawning at the end of the path. Add a way to create enemy bullet patterns in spawn node. Yeah, and that's the next question is how do we do that? It should be fairly modular too, is the other issue. We don't want it to be like really obnoxious to copy it between multiple guys with the same attack pattern. You guys have been looking at documentation for a while. Sorry about that. So we really should make a new node that kind of encapsulates multiple bullets, and that's how we do the attack patterns. And then I just gotta generate a new one of those every single time. Kind of a weird way to do it, but I'm pretty sure it'll work. Basically, you have like an array of directions, and those directions will be stuff firing. Now, how do I create specific instances of it that are uniform? Yeah, so I thought let's create a node. We can pass a parameter, which is the direction of the player, which we got right there. Same design pattern. But then we need a way to declare kind of like multiple bullets. Like, how does overriding classes work? Okay, I think I'm getting it. We're creating a new category for bullets. Now we're gonna make a new script called a generic bullet pattern. It is going to extend area 2D, right? Does it matter what it extends? I mean, it needs a position. Is it really though? No, I think this will work. So we're creating a generic bullet pattern. Is the type of node? Anything else? Wait, this isn't gonna work because they're all statically called. Unless I have some function fire. And then pass like this as a constructor to the enemy. Single bullet pattern. Yeah, this is going to inherit the generic bullet pattern. Okay, and then got that. This is a single bullet pattern. Abstract pattern. We're going to our enemy AI. It's not equal null. Bullet pattern fire. Okay, and then we have the extra parameter passed into the constructor here. So let's go to our, where is it? Enemy spawn node. Okay, awesome stuff. And then let's go to our bullet hell. Alright, single bullet pattern. This just needs to exist, I think. And then this guy, our bullet pattern, can just be this, like that. Bam, easy. Now, ideally in here, we see the single bullet pattern. We might see abstract bullet pattern. And we see nothing. Because I am an idiot and didn't assign bullet pattern. And I killed him too quickly. Single bullet pattern. So now this stuff needs to be pulled. Okay, so we're going to have to pass in the position to fire at, which in our case is going to be position plus offset times a general scale. And we're going to need to pass the directions or whatever. Alright, this has got too many argument error, which is whatever. Alright, so then our generic here, we need a position, we need a direction X, and we need a direction Y. Okay, and then we need to essentially copy this on over to our single bullet pattern. Now, what are you complaining about? Identify general scales, not in scope. Oh. Player position, global dot, player position. Offset position is not declared. Is equal to position plus offset. Oh, come on. All right. So we don't need offset position. We don't need player position. We just need to pass in a position. The direction X. And the direction Y. I think we should do something about the general scale. Okay, so that should work with the single bullets, right? Why does bullet cooldown not exist on our basic enemy? Yeah, he's got a default value. That worked. Alright, so now how easy is this to make another enemy that shoots 3? So let's make a new bullet pattern. We'll call it the triple bullet pattern. It's going to inherit from generic bullet pattern, inherit, create. The only part that matters. We need a class name. Cool. And then we need to set this part up. Single bullet. Basically this, except we create 3 bullets. The first bullet goes right down the middle, and then we need to shift these by like a certain number of radians. They're gonna be somewhat obnoxious unless there's like a built-in calculation to do this for us. So this one, we need to shift to say 30 degrees that way, 30 degrees that way. And I don't need to care about my direction X-wise because that's just gonna get. So like what's going on is like you got the 2 directions heading straight down, right? So we got like basically prongs going down. If I flip this upside down, it doesn't matter if my left and right prongs get flipped. We're still good. So I can just completely ignore X. So X will always move over by some constant value that depends partially on the speed. Yeah. And then Y-wise, Y is the harder part. Have these been normalized? Do they get normalized? Yeah, so they get normalized. So as long as I alter the direction by enough, we're good. I'm gonna do this exact same thing. Equals vect2, because this should have some helpful operations in it for me. I just slammed the microphone, sorry guys. Can I rotate this? I can, wait, it was rotated. Rotating is perfect. Literally perfect. I was thinking about all of this complicated math and it's like, yeah. So it'll be half. Be 1/3 of a half, which is 1/6. And then we do the same thing again. And then let's actually make these negative. We'll like that. Because then all we have to do is shift by 90 degrees for bullet 3. Yeah, it should be our triple bullet pattern. Child node, enemy spawn node. Great. Speed 10, right? That's what I figured out. It's pretty good speed. No, 0.5 is a good speed. The time before they spawn, we'll make it 5. Bullet pattern. Whoops, I gotta add the bullet pattern to the scene. Triple bullet pattern. And we need to make a curve. So let's take an opportunity to test our off the screen firing too. All right. So we gotta kill this guy because others are gonna kill us before our friend spawns. Oh. Close. Extremely close. Oh. We're 100%. Oh yeah, and I wonder why he's able to fire when he's off screen here. Yeah, because there he should technically be off screen. I have to look at that. Yeah, so the over 6 is too far by, yeah. The 1/2, the 90-degree rotation is too far. And pi over 6 is really tight. This should be slightly wider for us. Okay, that's way too wide. I go back to pi over 6. And this will just make it easy to keep track of, even though, I mean, that is just 1/3. All right, let's see it. Yeah, I accidentally shoot him. Oh, there he is. That's not looking too bad to dodge. Like, if you have focus mode on, it really isn't that bad to dodge. Like 30%. I guess if you're like really close to them. But like the way that most of these go is that you end up kind of close to the ground here while they're further away. Awesome stuff. Now we can make bullet patterns relatively easily. Alright, we have our enemies. We can make their spawns pretty easy. What else do we need before we like actually make a full level? Hey, probably a few more enemy types, maybe like a boss enemy. We need something slow moving that comes to view at the very end, because this is, in this particular case, we're destroying a blaster. So we kind of just need like a boss that comes in super late that has like a crazy attack pattern. Let's not worry about the attack pattern. Let's create something that's a little bit more complicated than a basic enemy. By a little more complicated, I mean it stands in one spot and shoots at you. Whereas, excuse me. Right now our enemies are following a path. Alright, so how do we want to do this? The abstraction is really nice for the enemy spawn nodes. We can probably just make an enemy that's really far away and slowly move them towards the player and like just time it just right. And that shouldn't be too hard to do, actually. Sorry, I need some more time to think. Alright, how about enemies only despawn if they hit the end of their path and it's off screen? It's like now we'll do our movement. And then if we're out of movement options and we're not enabled, then we'll do that. Okay, let's figure out why enemies are enabled when they shouldn't be. Or if I make this slightly smaller. No, this should be slightly larger because we want bullets. Enemies should be slightly smaller. Yeah, enemies should be slightly smaller. It might lead to some awkward situations where they despawn while they're still in the main game. But if we just set our paths so that way they always land well outside, then we're good. Okay, let's try now. Hopefully get blasted from off screen a little less. And we still have to figure out how to confine our player to this area. Yeah, I can fly all the way. Okay, so they're still able to fire from off screen a little ways. Maybe there's a different way of determining that's on screen. Let's disable our GUI for a little bit. So they're not firing there over there. That's really good. But for some reason, this is counting. Why is this whole area being considered part, but this whole area isn't? They're all colored rectangles. They're all the same thing. Is it? I'm curious about something. Does this first enemy still shoot? Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna be terrible at this game. Oh boy. These kind of like little notifications about like having to name your variable certain things is kind of just. Okay, I need a break right now a little bit. Sorry, guys. We need our big enemy at the end, I think. We need to like give him some crazy attack pattern, like just spam bullets off in all directions. That'd be really cool. Pretty much do my thought for this very first boss. I'm thinking of him as the first boss, even though he's probably. I want it to be player choice whether he's first, you know. But the first thought is that does like the it does like this attack pattern. Where like you fire out like a bunch of projectiles kind of each direction. And you slowly shift it off to the side in the direction they're going. And then give them some other attacks like the directed ones. I think that'll be a cool epic attack to start off with. I want to think of some other interesting attacks and stuff that we can do. But I'm like where things are right now. We're actually doing pretty good. I don't think we're gonna do very good on the game jam, especially because we don't have good art, and you know, good art's kind of what makes those. But I would take a break. I'll probably work a little off stream. Next stream might be later today or tomorrow. We'll see how much people harass me in the Discord about not being live. But yeah, until next time. Take care. Have a good one. Bye bye.